All right, what is up, YouTube? How's it going? Forever King here, back at you with another video. So today I'm going to be going over the new Mortal Kombat video that just came out. They just announced Kombat Pack 1. They announced the 6 new characters. They announced a new story DLC expansion that's coming out. They announced animalities. Pretty cool stuff. So, animalities, I'm a fan of animalities. I still think maybe babalities is my favorite, but animalities are cool. Brutalities are cool. Uh, to me, honestly, I've been saying this for a long time. The number one most important thing to me is mercy. Like, because mercy is like, I feel like animalities, brutalities, babalities, it's just something that you do after the finish him, and it's a little cutscene. Once you see it once, you've seen it a bunch of times already. But mercy actually adds to like the gameplay experience. So I've been saying this for a long time. Mercy should be in every single Mortal Kombat game. Like every Mortal Kombat going forward should just always have mercy in it. That's just my opinion. But animalities are cool. I hope that there's some type of requirement attached to them. Like in Mortal Kombat 9, when you do babalities, you have to not block that whole round. That's the only way to do a babality on your opponent. You have to not block. So when someone does a babality on you, it's hype, not because they're doing a babality, but because there was a requirement attached to it. Like, oh, he didn't block that whole round and he still beat my ass. Like, I think that's cool. So animalities, I hope there's some type of like requirement. I hope it's not just like a fatality, but you turn into an animal. Like I hope it's like they didn't block, or maybe you have to have above 50% health, or I don't know, just spitballing, but I hope that there's some type of requirement to do the animality. But to get into the characters, so it looks like we have female Cyrax, female Sector, Noob Saibot, Conan the Barbarian, T1000, and Ghostface, aka Scream. Um, so a lot of people were complaining in Combat Pack 1 that there was no women. We technically got women now, Robo women. But no, they actually show that they're not cyborgs. Like they're women that have like cyber suits on. So, oh, here's the Scream announcement. So, honestly, my honest thoughts is that Conan's cool. I never watched Conan the Barbarian, but I always heard of it growing up. Um, Kind of looks like Tusk from Killer Instinct. I know like a lot of the fans I feel like are no more guest characters, only Mortal Kombat characters, no more guest characters. Um, I'm not one of those people that feel that way. You know, I'm fine with guest characters. Yeah, should guest characters be half of the combat pack? Maybe not. But when you think about it, if you go back to Mortal Kombat X, the combat packs in that were also half guest characters. Combat Pack 1 was Jason, Predator, Tanya, Tremor. So it's two guest characters. Combat Pack 2, Leatherface, Alien, um, Bo Raicho, and who was the last one? Oh, Triborg. So two guest characters, two MK characters. So even going back to Mortal Kombat X, is this the end of the trailer? Yeah, I'm gonna just put this here. Yeah. So even going back to Mortal Kombat X, the guest characters were always half the combat pack, but I guess it feels like more now just because there's more characters in the combat pack. So it's like, man, we got 6 characters, but 3 of them are guest characters. That's like a lot of the characters are guests. Um, Maybe it'd be better if it was like 4 of the characters were MK characters and 2 of the characters were guest characters. I can see that perspective for sure. Um, I'm okay with guest characters as long as they're cool. I'm down with them. So I'll go back to like Mortal Kombat X for an example. When Jason got announced, I remember thinking to myself like, dude, Jason does not make sense in Mortal Kombat. Like, how would Jason even fight? That's like weird. But then Jason came out and he was awesome. And I think he's one of the best guest characters that came out in Mortal Kombat as far as like his playstyle and how fun he was to use, and he does fit the dark and gritty, sorry, dark and gritty atmosphere of Mortal Kombat. So I don't judge anymore. Ever since that happened, I don't judge before the character actually comes out and I get my hands on them myself and get my thoughts. So here, I'll just play this again while I finish talking. But yeah, so maybe they shouldn't do three guest characters, but man, Terminator or T1000, we already got Terminator and MK11. So maybe we shouldn't have got like a Terminator again. And I don't know, like, I wasn't a big Terminator fan when I was little. I mean, I grew up in the 90s, not the 80s. I think Terminator was like 80s. So I could be wrong on this, but I'm just assuming that the original Terminator, like Arnold, I'm assuming he was like the more popular Terminator. I don't know if people like T1000 that much to justify him like taking up a Combat Pack spot. But if there's a lot of T1000 fans out there, I could be wrong. Um, Scream is cool. He's another character that I'm wondering how is he gonna fight because he's literally just a guy in a Halloween costume with a knife. But hey, I said the same thing about Jason. I'm like, how does Jason make sense in Mortal Kombat? And then he ended up being awesome. So it's possible that Scream, his gameplay is so fun and his combos are so cool that he could still be a cool addition to the roster. You know, um, I'm down to see my expectations. You know, I'm down to see if they exceed my expectations. Is what I'm trying to say. Conan the Barbarian, I'm assuming he's just gonna be a brawler brute, kind of like Tusk from Killer Instinct. Just swinging his big sword. Maybe have a command grab. We need more command grab characters in this game. There's not a lot of grapplers. We don't really have like a traditional grappler in Mortal Kombat. Like Mortal Kombat X had a lot of grapplers, and I feel like Mortal Kombat 11 had some, but Mortal Kombat 1 seems like we don't really have a traditional grappler. Like Garrus's command grab reaches like kind of far. Um, Shao command grab, he has to have the axe on the ground, so he can't even use it whenever he wants. So Reiko is like the closest thing we have to like a grappler, but we don't have like a Zangief, Like we need just like a big, tanky, big boy grappler, and maybe that could be Conan the Barbarian, maybe. Um, so I think he's cool. I think Scream is cool. I never watched. You guys might roast me right now. I never watched Terminator, the second one with T1000, so I'm not really a fan. You know, maybe his gameplay won't impress me, but um, to me, Noob Saibot is by far and away the coolest character in this combat pack. Um, I'll try Noob Saibot out of all these characters. The Cyrax and Sector, I guess they're kind of interesting, but it seemed like their gameplay was very different to what we're used to seeing, which I guess makes sense kind of. They're not the exact Cyrax and Sector we know. It's female Cyrax and Sector. Um, I kind of wish it was just like the Cyrax and Sector from MK11 because those models look so gorgeous. Like, I loved the MK11 Cyrax and Sector. If it was those, I think I would have been more hype. Um, and I know we did need more female inclusion because there wasn't a lot of females in Combat Pack 1, but it does feel kind of weird that their female inclusion was just gender swapping characters that are normally males. Um, Shit, I don't want to play this, whatever this is. Sorry. But yeah, so I guess an idea that I would have for a female character would be I don't know. So a lot of the female characters, like the cool ones, were already used, like Serena. We don't want to pick like someone that was already in the last game, like Jade or Scarlet. Scarlet's my favorite female Mortal Kombat character, so I would love. I mean, if she was DLC, I would be hype. But I understand she was just in the last game. You don't want to use her again so soon. So if they were to do like a guest female character, it would be really cool to see Uma Thurman. You know, Kill Bill. I think that would be like the best possible female guest character. So it's like it's a cool guest character. It's a cool female character. Dark, gritty, bloody, fits the atmosphere of Mortal Kombat. I think that would have ticked all the boxes for like a good guest character. I would like to see Spawn again because I always wanted Spawn really badly, and then he was in MK11, which was my least favorite NRS game. So I would like to see them give Spawn a second chance in like a different game. Um, but yeah, overall, it's pretty cool. You know, I'm glad that there's more content for this game. This seems like, you know, they said this game's gonna have longer years, longer longevity than Mortal Kombat 11, so it could be possible. It looks like we have at least another year or two in the tank before whatever the next game, Injustice 3 or, you know, MK13, whatever they decide to do. But yeah, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. If it was up to you, what characters would you like to see in the combat pack? And if it was up to you, if you had to pick a guest character, even if you don't like guest characters, but if you had to pick a guest character, who would you like to see in a combat pack for Mortal Kombat? Thank you guys for watching, and hope you liked the video. Have a good one. Peace.